Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new elite family of woods and irons from Callaway.
Scottie Scheffler off a day 262, leading by 1/3 round, Texas Children's Houston Open. And if I said the lead by day's end would be 4, you would not be surprised, except if it wasn't Scottie in front. He struggled today. There were scores out there, but he could only muster 1 under 69. Playing alongside 26-year-old Australian, putting his immense talent on full display. Wow, Min Woo Lee blew Scottie's doors off today, 7 under 63, and he is now leading by 4. Rich Lerner alongside Mark Rolfing back to Arizona for more on the LPGA Tour event, the Ford Championship. Rolf, let's get right to it, a wild turn of events, and we'll start with Scottie Scheffler. Just wasn't sharp, particularly around the greens.
No, this is his third shot at the par 4 fourth, and it would come up short. He would lead. That would lead to his first bogey of the week. Go to -11 there.
That's right. He lost strokes, not just around the green, but putting as well. This is Min Woo Lee. This is how you do it.
He didn't lose any on that shot, did he?
And so just like that, he gets it to 12 under par. Now at the par 5 8th.
Yeah, another tough little pitch. He has gotten so much better on these shots in the last year or so. That's the part of his game that has really improved.
Stacking them up. So he's at 13 under par. Here's Scottie at that par 5 8. This for birdie.
Yep, thought he might get something going after he made that one. Gets to -12. He's only 1 behind at this point.
Min Woo then steps to that par 3 9th. Some shot, Rolf.
Yeah, what a way to answer the Scheffler birdie. He nearly answered it with a hole-in-one. Watch this thing. I don't know how this doesn't go in.
Wow. So it's a birdie for Min Woo Lee, and he turns at 14 under, leading by 2. Here he is, the par 4 10th. Another birdie try.
It's a really nice putt here. Big breaker to the right, absolutely dead center.
Now it's 12, his second shot.
Yeah, a little sawed-off iron shot. He loves to play these shorter irons like this now. He's really tightened this part of his game up and very proficient with those shots.
Rack 'em and stack 'em. Another birdie to get to 16 under par. Here's Scheffler at the 12th. The story of the day. Remember, he had been putting so well, particularly from beyond 10 feet, coming into this third round. Now 13th. Augusta-like off the pine straw.
Yep, didn't hit a very good drive. Has to play sort of a low runner out of there. It would come up just short and failed to get that one up and down and falls back to -11.
And so another bogey. And now Min Woo at the par 4 14th. His second shot from 162.
Yeah, he has really got these things dialed in. Not much curve on that one at all. Right below the hole, about 7 feet.
So a 7th birdie of the day to get to 17 under, and you're thinking he might shoot 61, 16's a par 5, and we know 17's gettable. Here is a Scheffler at that par 5. This from 15 feet for eagle, could use it. Runs out of steam.
Just lacked the pace. He had made 8 putts of that length or more in the first 36 holes, but not today.
And Scheffler at 17. Again, much needed birdie, trying to close the gap. Min Woo in for par. And so another miss, and he stays at 12 under and 5 behind. And now at 18, again, Min Woo in with par. Some momentum, not to be. So on a day when the field average was a shade above 68, Scottie could only come in with 69. And it is Min Woo Lee heading to Sunday looking for his very first win. 4 shots clear of Alejandro Tosti. Tosti drove the 17th. I mean, these two on top are exciting young players, full throttle, aggressive, long, fearless, both taking advantage of Memorial Park's generous fairways. And there you see Min Woo Lee. We know he's likable, he is combustible, but is he bankable? We will find out on Sunday. Here's Min Woo with the press.
Again, it's just trending so well. My coach and I, Richie, have done really good work, and it's starting to show. And it's just a lot of trust. It was, we've been working on this for the last 2-3 years, but just the last couple of weeks since players, it kind of clicked in. So, yeah, I mean, the irons have been amazing. I think, obviously, you got to hit it close, and holding putts helps. And, yeah, putted really good. And, I only hit 5 fairways, but I'm glad and I love that the rough isn't thick. And, that's obviously why I'm playing pretty good. So, hopefully tomorrow I can hit a little bit better off the tee and, yeah, get it going.
What are some of the things you and your coach have been working on specifically? Is there anything specific?
Yeah, just being really steep with the iron. It's kind of just like a little nugget that I figured out. I feel like I'm nearly hitting it. I'm trying to hit it up in the air, and at first it doesn't feel amazing because you think you're going to flip it left all the time. But just after a couple times that I trusted it, I could really see the shot, especially into the wind. That's the biggest part. And anytime into the wind, I just want to get steep and hit it low, and normally it comes out half the face and becomes very hard to control the iron. So just to shallow it out and have less spin, I think it definitely helps. We
talked earlier in the week, a couple of days ago, about the players and how maybe you got a little bit ahead of yourself kind of on the weekend. How have you learned from that, and what do you feel like you can take from that tomorrow to maybe help not get ahead of yourself?
Yeah, I mean, today I did an amazing job. Didn't do that. It was a very good learning curve. The last players, just a few weeks ago, being in the lead, and just, I don't know, felt like I wasn't myself. And yeah, I just had to, I want to be in this situation more and more. So I had to really look into it myself, and just keeping my head down really, and trying to hit one shot at a time. And it's a long day, so you can't get ahead of yourself, and you just got to hit one shot at a time and keep trusting your game.
63 is a great score, but he left us feeling oddly a little uneasy with the way that he finished. What did you see there down the stretch?
Well, it was kind of interesting. He was so aggressive pretty much all day long, just hitting incredible shots, especially his approach shots. Drove the ball all over the place on some of the holes, but it doesn't really matter out there. But I felt like 16 and 17, he played very tentatively. So he's got the big lead all of a sudden now. Here he is at the 16th hole. This is a terrible putt right here. This is kind of a wipe to the right. I didn't like that one at all. So the easiest hole, par 5, kind of lets that one get away from him. And then 17 was drivable today. Didn't particularly play this hole really very aggressive. And I felt like, this lead could have been 6 or 7 shots. This tournament could have been effectively over had he just sort of grabbed it and taken hold of it.
Min Woo, and he alluded to this, he appears to be growing, learning, improving, taking those steps incrementally. A couple of weeks ago at the Players, he opened in 67 and 66. He's sharing the lead at the midway point, but then he had a terrible third round. Here he is, the 5th hole and 6th. He had some bad tee shots that cost him. He goes on to shoot a 78 in that third round. Actually played with Scottie in the final round, shot 73, finishing tied for 20th. Here he is at 6.
Yeah, those were terrible shots. Those shots aren't going to get him in trouble out here at Memorial Park, though.